Hello wannabe mechanics, in this episode we are going to perform a maintenance or service job on a beautiful 2018 Opel Vauxhall Insignia Grand Sport 1.5 liters turbo with 140 horsepower. This operation is really easy if you just follow the steps illustrated in our video. You will need just a few simple and cheap tools and it would take an hour max to finish. Don't go anywhere guys, meet you back in the shop right after our short intro. The tools we will be needing for this operation are a 13mm socket for the splash shield or any regular 13mm wrench, a ratchet wrench, a 15mm socket for the oil pan plug, an extender, a cheap oil filter key, a quadrex screwdriver for the air filter, a torque wrench if you want to apply the recommended torque, for a full car service you are going to need the following: the oil filter, the air filter, the Pollen carbon filter, 0W20 oil, just as it is written on the plastic oil feeding cap. Remove the plastic oil feeding cap. First remove the four 13mm bolts holding the splash shield. This is the location of the oil filter and the oil pan plug. Place a container under the oil pan plug and do not forget to use protective gloves. Remove the plug using the 15mm socket. When the oil starts dripping, you can remove the oil filter. Thread the plug back in and hand tighten it. Torque the plug up to 30 Newton meters. Pour some new oil inside the new oil filter and thread it back in. Don't forget to apply some on the seal as well. Hand tighten the new oil filter and clean any of the old oil using some brake cleaner. Place the splash shield back on and you are done working under the car. Pour about 3.8 liters of 0W20 engine oil. Remove the 6 bolts holding the cap of the air filter housing. Remove the old air filter and use a vacuum cleaner to remove any dirt. Wipe out any of the remaining dust and insert the new air filter. Place the cap back on and thread the 6 bolts back in. In order to have access to the pollen filter, first remove the shock absorber mounted on the glove compartment door. And then the 2 clips holding the tray of the glove compartment. Now you have access to the air filter's housing. The cap of the housing should have two balls holding it in place, but it appears the manufacturer forgot about them. So it is enough to pull the side clips of the cap and it will easily open. Take out the old pollen filter. This is how the area behind the glove compartment looks like. Insert the new pollen filter with the drawn arrow indicating downwards. Press the tray back in. Attach the shock absorber back on. And you are done replacing the pollen filter. Turn on the engine for a few minutes so the oil filter retains the necessary amount of oil. Check the level again just to be sure. Leave a note with the maintenance date, oil used and the mileage. And you are done. Great job, wannabe mechanics. Thank you very much for watching. Use the comments section for any questions or suggestions, and if you find our videos interesting, make sure you subscribe for the latest wannabe mechanic videos. Bye bye.